Hello everyone. This video provides step-by-step instructions on how to submit a non-filer form for individuals who don't usually file tax returns but would like to apply for a stimulus check. This is also known as an economic impact payment. First of all, let me explain. What is a stimulus check? A stimulus check is money that the federal government is offering to individuals and families to help them during the coronavirus pandemic. You may have heard about it on the news recently. You are qualified to receive a stimulus check if you and your spouse, if you have a spouse, both have a social security number and if you have low enough income. The amount of income you must get varies depending on your marital status, so you might want to check the flyer below that is linked in order to find out exactly what the income limits are. How much can you get in a stimulus check? The amount you can get may range from $1,200 to $2,400 depending on your income and whether or not you are married. You can also get an additional $500 for each dependent that you have. Who is a dependent? Dependents are your children or other people who depend on you for 50% or more of their financial support. Do note that not everyone needs to fill out this form. If you file your taxes for 2018 or 2019, you don't need to fill out this form. You get a stimulus check automatically. You will also get a stimulus check automatically if you receive any of the following benefits: Social Security, SSDI, also known as Social Security Disability Insurance, SSI, which is Supplemental Security Income, railroad benefits, or veterans benefits. If you get any of these benefits, again, you can get a stimulus check for yourself for $1,200 automatically deposited into your bank account or by check in the mail. We want to remind everybody that if you get SSI benefits or veterans benefits, then you must fill out the form by May 5th if you want to get an extra $500 for your dependents, if you have any. If you are on SSI or veterans benefits, then you must fill out this form again by May 5th if you want $500 for each of your dependents. If you fail to fill out the form by May 5th, then you can still get a stimulus check for yourself, but you won't be getting the extra $500 for every dependent that you have. If you are on Social Security, SSDI, or railroad benefits, then unfortunately the deadline to fill out this form to get money for your dependents has passed. However, if you still fill it out, you can still get $1,200 for yourself in your bank account or by mail. So really, the only people who should have to fill out this form in order to receive a stimulus check are those who have very little income. Specifically, if you're single and earn below $12,200, or if you're married and you earn below $24,400, then you should fill out this form in order to get a stimulus check. If you did not file your taxes for 2018 or 2019, but you earn more money than the amounts listed here, then you should actually file your tax return and get your stimulus check that way. The deadline to file tax returns for 2019 has been extended to July 15th of this year. Now then, let's get to actually filling out the form. I will run through this step by step with you so you can know exactly what to do in order to fill out this form and submit it to IRS. When filling out this form, it's best to use a computer and not a smartphone because the form doesn't do very well on smartphone screens. This is the link to get to the form. You can feel free to type it out in your address bar, but it is quite long. So it's actually easier to try to Google it and find it that way. Open Google and type in stimulus check non-filer form. If you type in stimulus check non-filer form, it should take you to these search results. The first entry in the search results should read non-filers. Enter payment info here, Internal Revenue Service. Click on this link to be directed to the official IRS government website. This page has information about the non-filer form. And you can go ahead and read through it if you would like to answer some of your other questions about this non-filer form and what you need to do. But for now, scroll down until you see these two blue buttons, which say enter your information in English and Spanish. Click on the blue button to be taken directly to the link where the non-filer form is available. Again, note, this is the same address that I provided to you before. At the top of this page, it should read non-filers enter payment info. You can go ahead and click on Get Started. Now, when you open this form, you must create an account with your email address in order to actually get to the form and fill it out. You need to submit an email address because this is where IRS will send you confirmation that your form has been submitted and received. If you don't have an email, then you should go ahead and create one. You can create one for free with Google or Yahoo or any of the major email servers that are available. You can find the link that says Gmail in the top right-hand corner of the Google screen, right here. And if you click on it, then it should take you to a page that will allow you to quickly set up an email account for yourself. Now then, please create an account. Fill in these blanks here below using your email address. And make sure you use an email address that you use often. Create a user ID in the third line. This user ID does not have to be their email. It should be something that you can remember easily, but which is hard for others to guess. You can also put in your phone number if you would like to receive updates about your form through your phone. You can check off this box here if you would like verification of your form through text messages. Then create a password. Again, your password should be secure, something that you can remember easily but is hard for others to guess. Once you've filled in your email address, confirmed your email address by typing it again, creating a user ID that is unique to you, submitting your phone number if you'd like, and creating a password and typing it again, you should click on Create Your Account. I won't be clicking on this because I've already made an account, but once you click on this, it should tell you that they have sent you a verification email and should take you directly into the form. But once you're in the form, please hold off on filling it out until you've gone to your email address and verified it. This is to ensure that you can fill out the form in one piece and submit it, because you won't be able to submit the form without first verifying your email address. So let's do that now. Go to your email, log in if you need to, and look for the email that says your non-filers enter payment info -account. It should look something like this. And read new account confirmation and email verification at the top. Once you find this email, you can click confirm my account's email address in order to confirm the address. And if you click on it, it should actually take you back to the green non-filers form page that you were on before. So please go ahead and click on it if you see it. If you don't see this email, you may want to check your spam mail, which is in the list in the left-hand corner if you are using Gmail. Now, go ahead and sign in. This is the page that it should take you to once you've signed in. Now let's go ahead and fill out this form together, one step at a time. First, you fill in your filing status. This is to show if you are single or if you're married and would file your taxes jointly with your spouse. Next, submit your personal information, your first name, your last name, and your social security number. If you have a spouse with whom you would file jointly for a tax return, then you should put their name as well. As well as their social security number. Next, put in your home address. This should be the address through which you receive your mail. If your address that you live in and the address that you get mail to is different, then put in your mailing address. If you live in a foreign country, you should submit information about your foreign country here. Next, you must submit information about any dependents you have. Remember, this information is necessary if you want to claim an additional $500 for every dependent you have. Please note, if someone can claim you as a dependent, in other words, if you rely on somebody else for 50% or more of your income, then actually you should not be filling out this form. It should be whoever can claim you as a dependent who is either filling out this form or submitting a tax return with you listed as their dependent. Submit information about any dependents you have here. You should type in your name, their social security number, their relationship to you, as well as an IP PIN if it's available. If there's nothing available for here, leave this part blank. If you have additional dependents, you can check this box to add here. It will take you to another page that looks like this, where you can submit as many dependents as you have. Once you have finished this part, go to the bottom of the screen here where it says Done with this form, and it will take you back to the original form. Next, you want to submit your banking information. You will need to submit your routing number and your account number and tell them what type of account it is, whether it's a checking or a savings account. If you don't have a bank account, then you should leave this blank. For the routing number and account number, if you're not sure where to find these, the easiest way to identify them is by looking at a copy of your check. Most checks look something like this. If you look at your check, then there should be a series of numbers in the bottom left-hand corner of your check. Your routing number are the first 9 digits that you see. And separated by a space or some sort of weird symbol should be your account number, which comes next. And again, a space or some kind of weird symbol should separate your account number from the check number. This check number should be ignored because it doesn't have anything to do with us right now. Just focus on the first 2 parts. The first part, again, is the 9-digit routing number, and you can enter that here. Your account number, again, is the next series of digits here that is all together in the middle of the series of numbers. Type that in where it says account number and indicate what kind of bank account this is. And finally, if you have an identity protection PIN, then you should submit that here now. If you don't have one, then you leave this part blank. That is all of step 1 for the non-filer form. Make sure that you have all the information that you need and then continue to step 2. Next, we verify your information. For this part, you must either submit information about your adjusted gross income from 2018, or you must enter last year's self-selected signature PIN. If you do not have a PIN, or if you don't remember your PIN, then leave this part blank and just fill out this part here, where it says last year's AGI. There's a few ways to figure out your last year's adjusted gross income. If you filed your federal tax return last year, then you can find your adjusted gross income on the 1040 form on line 7. However, if you didn't file a tax return last year, just enter 0. Once that's done, you should provide an electronic signature. For this part, you will need your state-issued license or ID card. Fill in today's date. In most cases, it should automatically be filled in for you. Fill out your cell phone number. And then pick a PIN number. This is not a PIN that you have already. It's something that you're creating right now. Choose any number series of 5 that you want. Just make it easy for you to remember, but hard for others to guess. Again, this is a number that is unique to you. This is not something you've had before, but a number that you're creating right now. Make up a 5-digit number that is easy for you to remember, but hard for others to guess. Next, input your date of birth. And then input your driver's license or state-issued ID number. Select the state in which your ID or license was issued. Put the issue date and the expiration date of your card. If you have a spouse and would file jointly with them, then submit the information of your spouse as well. Lastly, this form does require you to have verified your email already. It will say that a filing status email has been sent to your email address, and verification is required to submit your filing and that your email address is verified. If you failed to verify your email address at the start, then you must go back to your email right now and click on Confirm My Account's email address. If you do this, you must log in to the non-filer form website again before you can continue to fill out your form. If your email has been verified, then there is nothing more for you to do. Check to make sure all your information is complete here and that it is accurate to the best of your ability, and then continue to e-file. You should be taken to this little pop-up screen and asked to type out what you see in the box. If you have accessibility issues, you can switch to audio verification. And once you've typed in this code, you can click Submit. I will not be clicking Submit here, but once you click Submit, it should tell you that your form has been submitted and that a confirmation has been sent to your email address. And that is it. That brings us to the end of our non-filer form. Please note that if you have any earned income at all, if you have a job or a part-time job or any source of income where you are earning money, then you should consider filing a regular tax return in order to get additional money through earned income tax credit. Again, the deadline to file taxes for this year has been extended to July 15th. Do note that if you file your tax return now, it may take slightly longer for them to give you a stimulus check than if you were to fill out this form and submit it here. We hope that this video was helpful to you, and if you have any additional questions, you can go ahead and call our hotline at 1-800-433-6251, and we'll be happy to answer questions you have or give you additional information. Thank you for your time, and best of luck. Stay safe.